YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So Dr. Umar Johnson is back in the news, y'all. Y'all know I talked about this story with him and his daughter that's all over social media, but it was kind of interesting to hear Umar Johnson take that he's speaking about now. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Also share the video and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. So I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
We have to respect the sacredness of the African woman's vagina. No, I'm gonna go real rap. We must respect the sanctity and the sacredness and the divinity of the black woman's vagina. We must do that. Because if I look back, the situation I'm going through right now, brothers, I'm talking to my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny males right now. I'm talking to my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny males. The situation I'm going through right now is because at that time, 14 years ago and 23 years ago, I did not have the respect for the sacredness of the black woman's vagina like I should have. And the universe punished me for it. I'm being honest right now, family. Black queens, are you with me? I can admit to the black woman right here, right now in Los Angeles, the reason I'm going through what I'm going through is 14 years ago and 24 years ago, I didn't have the level of respect for the black woman's vagina that I have now.
So basically he's referring to the fact that his 22-year-old daughter is talking about, you know, saying he's a deadbeat, and then he has another daughter who's allegedly 13 or 14. And he's saying he didn't have respect for the black woman's vajayjay, and so he knocked the mothers up, and now what? You know what I mean? And it's okay. And if that is the case, okay, cool. What does that have to do with being in your daughter's lives? That was years and years ago. Like, at this point, the only thing that matters is having a relationship with your children. Because from what his daughter is saying, that was non-existent. So how is it payback now? You knew what you were doing, and a lot of people know what they're doing, and they realize, okay, now you realize this was a mistake, but the damage has been done. You know what I'm saying? So now your children are there. How about just mend the relationship with the kids and stop talking about it on social media? That's my take on it, but let's listen to some more of what he's saying, child.
So I know that this is karma. This is karma. Even though I was done wrong, I could have never been done wrong if I didn't do wrong. Let me say it again. If I would have made better decisions, black men, young kings, listen to me, young kings. Listen to me, young kings. I don't want you to go through what I'm going through. I don't want you in a situation where your babies are kept from you because you didn't wife out. I don't want that. So you must respect the sacredness of your Shango stick. I'm not going to respond.
Lord. Lord have mercy, Jesus, Lord, take the wheel. Lord, so you must guard the sacredness of your Shango stick. Yes, don't be throwing that Shango stick in things that you don't really want to marry or acknowledge if there's a baby that arises. Keep that Shango stick close in so you will not have to go through what Dr. Umar is going through right now. I'm just saying, fellas, y'all better pay attention. It's not like you just, so you knocked some women up and you didn't want to marry them. Children came out of it, and now your children are damn near grown, and now they're talking about you not being a part of their lives. So that's the past. In this situation, the only way to make up for it is to just talk to your children. I don't understand. It's not like the kids are little. It's not like you just had 2 kids 2, 3, 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And they're little. These kids are damn near, one is grown and the other one is a teenager from what we know of. After all these years, now he's saying this, and I'm betting that if his daughter would have never came out with the story, we would not be hearing any of this. It would be Pan-Africanism as usual. We would not be hearing any of this about none of this. So now that the children are just about grown, he can reach out and talk to him himself if he want to develop a relationship with him. It has nothing to do with the mothers at this point. And once you've done that and you try, because now it's beyond keeping the kids away from you, because you can talk to them yourself. Now, if they don't want a relationship with you and they're running from it, that's a whole nother story. But from the 22-year-old daughter who's speaking out, she said she was trying to reach out to him and she wanted to talk to him and she wanted to get to know her siblings. So I don't know what the issues are. I really don't, child. Let's continue.
To the silly questions in the chat, because a lot of these questions were already answered in previous lives, so I'm not going to respond to you. Go watch my previous lives. Silly questions like, did you go to court for custody? That's a silly question. That's a silly question. Of course I went to court for custody. But if you don't obey the custody order, custody don't mean nothing. If you don't obey the custody order, custody don't mean nothing. But I want to stay where I am right now. I want to stay where I am. I don't want the beta male brigade to distract me from what I'm saying, because I'm confessing my sins before the African woman. I'm confessing my sins before the throne of the divine African feminine. And the reason I can confess my sins at the throne of the divine African feminine is because I have such a great relationship with my mother, and I had great relationships with my grandmothers. You see, so I'm protected by divine feminine and divine masculine energy. See, if I didn't have the relationship with my mother and my grandmothers that I had, rest in peace to my grandmothers, I'd be calling my baby mamas all kind of bees, and I'm not, no crash out. No crash out. No crash out. Because of my great relationship with women and with my mother, and that I had with my 2 late grandmothers, that's why I don't crash out over this. I know black women can behave better. I know that. I'm just confessing that back then, before I became the prince, before the world would know my name, see, both of my babies were conceived before I blew up. That was divine design. That was divine design. And I'm going to say that was divine design for 2 reasons. I believe the universe brought me my children before I blew up for 2 reasons. I needed to learn the lesson of respect for the black woman's vagina before I became King Kong. Because if this would have happened after I blew up, see, these situations are pre Prince of Pan-Africanism. These situations are pre September 18th, 2010.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, okay, fine. But what about now? You're a different man now. So wouldn't those same beliefs and qualities that you have now would allow you to go and develop relationships with your kids? So everybody makes mistakes, right? So we all make mistakes. You learn from them and you do better. So what is the issue with now as it relates to building a relationship with your daughters now? If you didn't have the relationship with them then, and if they were kept from you the way you say, why not go and establish a relationship with them offline? You know what I'm saying? As older people, if people in their 40s, we understand that everything shouldn't be put on social media. At least you should. And it is not good for your mental health to, you know, put all of your personal business as it relates to your children on social media. And of course, the younger generation, this is their generation. You know, this is what they do. Do you agree that Umar should be the one leading this situation, especially with his grown daughter, to go have that conversation? It's not about, at this point, these kids are older. It's not about the custody battle and and who did what and all that, because they're older. So it really doesn't matter, because you can go and have a conversation with your daughters without anybody else involved, especially the ones that are grown. And I mean, it's almost as if he's trying to use that to justify the fact that he's not really in his children's lives. I don't know, but this is crazy. Once again, overall, this should have been held privately, not all over social media. Let's listen to a little bit more of what he's saying, you guys, and then we're going to wrap this up. Here we go.
So the universe needed me to experience this before I came to the world, because if I would have made those mistakes in front of the world, I would have had to vacate my throne. I would have had to get off the throne. So the universe knew that he got some spiritual growth that he needs to get done. So we're going to give him these babies before he blow up, and we're going to let him suffer the pain of his bad decisions. We're going to let him suffer the pain of his bad decisions before we put him out before the world. So both princesses of Pan-Africanism were conceived before the ancestors put me before the world, because I wasn't ready yet. Could you imagine if this would have happened after I blew up? It would be holy hell. So my daughters were conceived before I blew up. And so I've learned my lesson now. I've been learned it. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I look good in green, Sister Katie the Oracle, Kay the Oracle. I wear green for Ogun, and I wear green for Orunmila. I wear green for Orisha Ogun, and I wear green for Orunmila. I also wear green for the green in the red, black, and green flag, and I wear green for the green in the Ghanaian flag with my fellow citizens of Ghana.
All right, that's it, because I can't wait for him to say it 3 times again, child. But listen, once again, what do y'all think about this? I just think this is messy once again. This is not how you handle your personal family business. Just get off of this and move back to the Pan-African stuff and leave this alone. Don't talk to your daughters, and that's it. We shouldn't even be talking about this. We shouldn't even be privy to this. And I don't know, I just think this is another kind of excuse as a way to try to take people off the real focal point of the fact that he has children out here that he don't really have a relationship with, according to his daughter. Listen, I'm gonna leave it here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Leave your thoughts and concerns and opinions in the comment section. I definitely want to hear from you. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.